In this video, we're going to be testing out PUREOLOGY's Strength Cure shampoo. So if you want to see what the results are like and what this shampoo is like, all you got to do is stay tuned. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be testing out this shampoo, and first let's start off with a full disclosure here. I don't color or bleach my hair. So the one thing I'm not going to be able to tell you is, and maybe the only thing you were looking for, but unfortunately the one thing I'm not going to be able to tell you is how this reacts with colored shampoo, like whether it's stripping or how it works with bleached hair and whether it helps with that. But I will tell you, I do use a lot of shampoos that are formulated for color treated hair. And I don't know if you know this, but if you don't have color treated hair, you can still use these shampoos. And what is usually great about them is that if you have any damaged hair, which I definitely do, got a lot of split ends, which I've tried to trim off. I haven't been to the hairdresser in a long time. We're in the pandemic right now. You can still use them. They can be really soft, gentle choices for people that have damaged hair, such as myself. And they often don't have these like huge lathers and like harsh ingredients and stuff like that. A lot of that is really pared back in these shampoos so that they don't strip colored hair, because the last thing you want to do when you've dyed your hair a darker shade is pull all of that out. And likewise, if you have bleach hair, obviously you don't want to have a shampoo that's going to pull moisture out of your hair or just mess with the color, because even if you have bleach hair, you often have it toned and it is shaded, so, and has color deposited in it. So you don't want any kind of shampoo that takes out the deposits. But anyhow, let's have a look at the shampoo. Let's do some initial thoughts on it. I've washed my hair one time with it, so I'm gonna tell you how that went. Okay, great, you stuck around. So I've done an initial first wash with this, which is what I usually do. I make lots of shampoo reviews here. I don't usually use products like this, but I have done OLAPLEX, I have done a review on mane and tail. I mostly specialize in hair loss targeted shampoos, and I started to branch into some other stuff. And the reason that I actually picked this one up is because there was a YouTuber, and I can't remember who it is now. If I do, I will drop it down below in the description, that said that this is a really good dupe for OLAPLEX, and this is her favorite shampoo for repairing her damaged hair. And hey, who doesn't want that? And I loved OLAPLEX, actually way more. I thought that OLAPLEX was kind of gimmicky. I tried it, I really liked it. You can go ahead and watch that review. But I thought, let's try this, because I was ordering my holy grail shampoo, which is Kerastase Band Satin, which I've done a review on that too and described why I like it so much. So while I was ordering that, I just thought I would just grab this as well. It is $8, which is expensive for such a tiny size. So here we are. I've had it for a while, cracked it open today and decided to start testing it for you guys, because I am not working on any other product testing, so I don't have anything that's going to interfere with this right now. I'm not using any serums on my hair or anything like that. Just thought I would give it a fresh go. This is one wash in, and what I found interesting about this and I never do this. Why do I never read the ingredients until I start trying? I wash my hair and I'm like, gosh, my hair feels a bit stiff. I read it, and don't you know there's protein in there. So I'm not gonna say this is a protein shampoo, because there's only one type of protein in it, and it's pretty far down in the ingredients list, but it definitely gave my hair, whatever protein in there with my particular hair chemistry, worked pretty well as a protein shampoo. The reason I say that is, like Dream Lengths, another review that I've done, which is a protein shampoo that kind of snuck up on me, it makes my hair straight. That's what it does. I have 2A, 2B wave in my hair, and when I use protein shampoos, one of the reasons I don't tend to like them is they don't leave my hair soft, which is pretty characteristic of a protein shampoo, and they make my hair quite straight. And I guess that makes sense. They're strengthening it, so apparently it's like repairing those spots that would make your hair wavy, and by repairing and sort of filling them in, you get a straighter look, which is definitely what I have here. My hair is never, this part is never this straight with any other type of shampoo. Certainly not with my Holy Grail. Certainly hasn't been with, you know, your OLAPLEXes and all the other kind of shampoos that I've tried over time. This is one of the straightest looks I've had with a shampoo ever in all of my shampoo use testing that I can remember. Here's a funny thing about this though. Here in Canada, you know, we've got French and English, but they've made a little typo, and it's pretty funny. It took me a while to figure out what they were trying to say. They've got a little typo here. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but it says, for micro scared and damaged color treated hair. I think they meant scarred, because then I went ahead and read the French, and it says for micro lesions. So they're talking about scars, right? So my hair did get scared after using it one time though. No, I'm kind of kidding. It's actually okay so far. We have to give it the full test. I'm gonna be marking it against the criteria that I always do. Just wanted to give you some initial thoughts. It was really thick and concentrated. It is kind of an orangey, creamy color. Well, let's talk about the scent. The first whiff that apparently this is like an aromatherapy type blend of fragrances. It's got like, I think it said raspberry and something else in there. The only hint of scent that I'm getting though is kind of a coconut scent and almost like a metallic undertone. The scent is not great, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of this. So I decided to go on Pureology's website, which is not something I normally do. I don't usually look at other people's reviews, but I just wanted to see, is it just me? Should I try and find another bottle? Has it gone off? Because I've had it a couple months. Shampoo is supposed to be shelf stable for a couple of years, but I don't know. I could not find probably because this is a sample size, I did not see expiration date or like a manufacturing date. Maybe it's on there somewhere. I haven't seen it. I didn't bother looking that deeply into it, not gonna lie. But I did look online and a few people have remarked on how they did not like the scent of this. So I'm thinking that probably is actually the scent. But the good thing is once you use it, you don't really smell it after. It's not like a strong, clingy kind of smell. Like I used it and I honestly barely smell anything in my hair now. So if you don't like the scent, I think that's fine. It's not gonna stick around for too long. It did a nice job of cleansing my hair. It did a job of straightening my hair as well, but this is not a great look. My hair is a little bit on the frizzy side. It's gonna need some smoothing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and style it. And I'm gonna leave off this part. So the next time you come, so I'm gonna leave here. And the next time you see me, I'll have either tried this a bit more. Sometimes I come in and I do a sort of part where I talk about the halfway point. And then we're gonna do some final marks. That's always what comes at the end of these types of videos where I review shampoos. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna give this a final mark. I often change my mind entirely from when I start to when I use it a few times, so you'll definitely want to see what I have to say. Just hopping on here with a really quick midpoint review. I'm really enjoying it so far. Despite it being a sort of protein leaning shampoo, it is doing wonders for my hair. I've had some of the best hair days I've had in a while in the last few days, despite this not technically being something formulated for my type of hair, meaning that I don't have bleached or color treated hair. I am able to heat style my hair and it is holding in a way that has not happened for me yet. Certainly didn't happen for me with OLAPLEX or even with my favorite Holy Grail shampoo, so that's been really interesting. For example, yesterday I put in some loose waves in my hair and they're still here today, and that almost never happens with my hair. I even had a hat, like a beanie, pulled over my head for an hour and the waves still survive that. So this has been really, really interesting. And I slept on it obviously as well. I didn't put my hair away in any, I was just like completely squashing it down and it's still holding. I don't know if I attribute that completely to the shampoo, but I've never had a result like this before. So far so good with this. I'm gonna continue on. I have a few more washes to get through before I come back and make the full review, including marks. So stay tuned for that. All right, all my tests are done. I've been using this shampoo, Pureology Strength Cure, for almost 2 weeks now. I've washed my hair 5 times, and let me tell you something, the more I used it, the more I liked it. That protein sort of vibe that I wasn't liking at the beginning somehow just ended up working for me, and it makes my hair look really, really good and hold styles really, really well. I wanted to just lastly do a straightened look for you guys. You can have a look, and it came out just beautifully. Like this is a really nice result. Now, one thing I wanted to address was whether this Pureology Strength Cure shampoo is a dupe for OLAPLEX, and I would have to say sort of. If you can sort of imagine OLAPLEX's softness toned down and some protein added, that's kind of where this one is. It's definitely got the same thickness as the OLAPLEX, and it has the same kind of, almost repairing type benefit that I felt like I got from the OLAPLEX. One thing I forgot to talk about is the split end situation, and they're really looking good. Here I am in the full sun, and they've kind of disappeared. Let me just say, if you could like and subscribe here, that is a way to help support me on the channel for the reviews that I do at absolutely no cost to you. If you want to take it a step further, I have a program where you can help to support me by buying me a virtual latte. There's a link for that down below. If you'd be willing to do either of those things, or both, I would appreciate that so very much here. Okay, so let's get on to some marks. I've got my trusty criteria. I use this all the time when I am marking shampoos and conditioners, because I want to make sure that I'm marking them by the same criteria so that it's a bit more fair. So anyhow, let's get into it. Thickening. I don't feel like it thickened my hair really at all. Not that it was meant to. This is supposed to be something to repair your hair. Volumizing. It definitely didn't unvolumize my hair. It definitely didn't give me flat looking hair. And that was a little bit of an issue when I used OLAPLEX. It gave me sort of, at the top, it gave me almost a stringy look. But then I found with heat styling, that stringy look went away. But with this, I never got that at all. No stringiness. It kind of has a slightly volumized look for me anyway. Shine, medium shine, I would say. I would not say the shine is off the charts necessarily, but I wouldn't say it is non-existent either. I'd say it's sort of pretty much in between. Moisture, this was a surprisingly moisturizing shampoo, and I have to say I did like it for that. I can tell usually right away when a shampoo is gonna dry my hair out. Usually know by the first or second wash. I went through 5 washes, and I've gotta say the moisture was not an issue. It wasn't a hydrating shampoo, but by no means was it drying, and had a really nice balance in between the two. Fragrance, okay, bad marks for the fragrance. The fragrance continued to not be my favorite. In fact, I probably would give this a better overall mark if it smelled a bit better. It just doesn't smell nice. Has that sort of strange scent, and I don't care for the scent, but I will say one of the lightest scents in terms of longevity. There's almost no longevity to the scent. Once you put it in, I couldn't smell it at all the next day. Softness, no. And that's where this is interesting. Because of that calibration of protein in the formula, for me and my hair, and remember everybody's hair chemistry and texture is different, the protein means it's not a softening shampoo. This is not a soft feeling hair compared to so many others that I've tested. Compared to my holy grail, which is the Kerastase, definitely not compared to the OLAPLEX. This is a much stiffer feeling hair strand, even now that it has been straightened. And sometimes when you straighten your hair, that tends to make it feel a bit softer. Not in this case. This is not a softening or soft feeling shampoo, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, my hair doesn't have to feel soft. I'm just saying, if that soft feel is really what you love and what you're after, that silky vibe, I didn't get it from this particular shampoo. Cleansing power. You know, for something that has no sulfates, that doesn't really do a huge lather, this one didn't lather up super much. I'm gonna talk about that next. It had really good, I thought, cleansing power. My hair felt really clean after. Not squeaky clean, which means that's good. It's leaving some moisture deposits back in my hair, but my scalp definitely felt clean, refreshed, and just felt good. And I never had any itchiness or irritation from it. So overall, me and this shampoo just gelled really well. Lather, not a ton of lather, but not no lather either. Maybe somewhere in between. If you're looking for a huge lathery moment, you'd probably have to use more shampoo, which I totally don't recommend. I totally recommend using the amount that they say. They say to use a quarter size amount when you're washing and to do it 2 times. So that's what I did. I stuck with the directions, and a quarter is about how much I would use. I always say to use 2 dime size amounts, which probably equals about a quarter. Once again, less is more. If you use less, you know, this is a pricey shampoo, but if you use less, you can have it for a lot longer. Like, you should be able to have shampoo for quite a long time. If you're running out of shampoo and it's just you using it, if you're running out of it like every month, I would strongly consider that you maybe try reducing how much you're using and see if that gives you a better effect, and make sure that you're washing 2 times. That really helps actually. Then you don't need quite so much altogether. I know it takes a little longer, but I feel that washing your hair 2 times is really worth it. The first one is just to sort of loosen up the grease, debris, whatever's in your hair product. And then the second wash usually is the one that lathers more and does that sort of deeper cleanse, that deeper cleanse that we're all living for. Am I right? Who is it best for? Look, I'm not the person that this shampoo is marketed for, and I still really liked it. And I think that you might like it too. You might really like it if you have color treated hair or bleached hair. It might just be like, wow, perfection, chef's kiss for you. Even if you don't, you can use this shampoo. I would say that pretty much anyone who can tolerate the fact that it doesn't smell great can use it and may like it if they need something with a bit more protein in it. I have a slight wave in my hair, so that makes my hair maybe a little different from yours. So just something to keep in mind there. But I would be willing to recommend this to absolutely everybody. So that means we've got to give this a mark. Let me take a sip of my coffee and think about this. So it's pricey. I feel like if you did enough research and tried enough shampoos, you might find a dupe for this that is less expensive than the around $30 that it costs for a bottle. And $30 is kind of on par with higher end shampoos. Definitely the shampoo I like costs about that, like my fave. OLAPLEX costs about that. There's a lot of shampoos that are around the $30 mark for a bottle. I know that's expensive. So I feel like you could find it for cheaper. But I do feel like it is quite a good shampoo. You might not find one that is quite like this one. So, and then there's the stinky fragrance to think about. So I'm gonna give this all in all, maybe like an A-, but very close to a B+ mark. So on the like A-, I know that's not a real mark. B++, A-, I'm not sure. Somewhere in and around there. It's definitely not my favorite ever. Would I purchase it? I might. You know, I might spend my own money, but I'm not 100% sure. If it smelled good, I would 100% buy this, and I would 100% give it a better mark. But I think that for such a pricey shampoo, you should be coming away feeling really happy about the scent, not like, if that's kind of stinky. Maybe that's just me. Pretty happy with the performance overall though. I am gonna use this all up. It's just the travel size Paid $8 for it. I'm just gonna keep using it. I quite like it, you know? So guys, I hope that that helped you make a buying decision, which is what I always say here. And you know, if you do wanna try it, because it's $30, maybe get it from somewhere you could return it. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's just my usual standard advice for people for more expensive stuff, because I don't want to tell you to buy a really expensive shampoo and then you don't end up liking it and then I feel like it's on me. So, you know, buyer beware, as they say. All right, I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that this was helpful. Please do follow me for more shampoo reviews just like this one. I try a lot of the higher end stuff, mostly targeted toward hair loss, but not always. Hope that helped, and we will see you soon.